Okay, let's learn some more chords. And let's start with an A chord. Okay, we've learned A minor. Let's learn an A chord, an A major chord. And again, you need to keep a log of all your chords so you can have them there for you if you forget. You can just refer to that. But let's learn an A major chord. We've learned the A minor already. Now the A major, there's a couple of ways to do it. Some people play it like this, and then some people, you know, with fingerings like that, and some people will play it fingered this way, and some people will do this. You know, just depending on you know, what you're wanting to do. So I'll show you all the ways. The most common way, I guess, and you see country guitar players do this all the time. You're just going to have 2, 2, 2 on the D, G, B strings, okay? And and we're not going to use, well, we can use the open E here. It doesn't hurt anything, so that can ring if you wanted to. If you don't like the open E, then you can mute it, but it's okay if it's open. The A is definitely open and used, but on the D, G, B, we want 2, 2, 2 on the 2nd fret. And I can use my pointer on the D string here, and then I can use my middle finger on the G string. Then I can use my ring finger on the B string, and this works especially if you have really small fingers and you can fit all your fingers in there. I can barely do it. You know, and it works that way. But if you have bigger fingertips, that is not going to work. They're all not going to fit in there like that. So that's one way to do it. I don't really like that way. The way I like to do it is where you have we're going to do the same fret and the same strings, but a different fingering. And I'm going to put my middle finger here on the D, and then I'm going to use my first finger on the G string there, and then I will use my ring finger on the B string. So this is an easier fingering for me, at least, that way. Okay, and that lets you get your fingers in there a little bit better because you kind of slide that pointer finger in behind, gives you a little more room there. Okay, so that's a way you can do the A chord, A major. Now another way to do it real quickly, if you need to play a quick chord, quick A chord, is like this. And what I'm doing is I'm barring, we're going to get into bar chords later, but I'm flattening out this pointer finger, and it's B-A-R-R-E, flattening it out, and I'm pressing down 3 strings, the D, G, B, all on the 2nd fret with just one finger, like that. Now what happens is I'm muting the high E, you know, but that's fine. We don't have to have it, but you definitely don't want to press down the high E, then you get this. Okay, then you get a different chord. You get an A chord add 6, and we don't want that for this. So you want your finger to rise up, or the knuckle just to bend just a little bit, so you come up to where that E is muted if you're going to play it this way. Now, you do this a lot of times in rock songs when you got heavy distortion on the guitar. This is used all the time, you know, so that's you want to get used to that. And I'm wrapping my thumb around because I particularly don't like the low E, especially if I'm playing with distortion on, and I want that low E in my A chord. If you have a clean sound or use an acoustic, it's fine. But with heavy distortion, you don't want that low E coming out. Now, you can see my fingers kind of at an angle, and that makes it a little easier. So you don't have to be like that, you know, perpendicular. You can be at an angle like this, and it's fine. It's actually even easier. So those are the ways to do an A chord, and I would definitely, you know, be able to do it that way or this way. All right, the next chord is the F chord. Okay, now this is you know, a lot of guitar players don't like using a chord this way. The Beatles used it all the time. You know, Paul McCartney does his F chords this way, and I don't think I've ever seen him do a bar chord, because usually with an F chord you'll see someone do a bar chord, but you can also play it like this. And I'm going to show you several ways, but let's learn this F chord, okay? And what I'm doing is I have my peace fingers, my pointer finger and my middle finger, on the 1st fret on the highest 2 strings there. So the high E string and the B string both have a 1st fret there, because my 1st finger is on the B string and my middle finger is on the high E. Now, on the G string, I'm going to use my ring finger. And I'm going to come down on the 2nd fret right here. So right here, 2nd fret. Now my pinky finger, because we're using all our fingers on this chord, this is a tough one, is going to go on the 3rd fret on the D string right here. Now you got to use your fingertips, and you get, that's an F chord. Okay, and you can actually strum the A with that. Don't want the low E, unless you can wrap your thumb around and get a 1st fret, but let's just do it this way for now. Now the reason I'm showing you this chord because this is a movable chord. You notice the only open string is the A, and I can leave the A string out and just do this. You know, and it's fine. But since I'm fingering every string there, I can move it anywhere I want. I can move it up a fret, and now I have 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and 4th fret, and I have a different chord. That's going to be an F sharp chord, but it's a movable chord. I can move it anywhere. I can move it up again right here, and then I have a G chord. Okay? So there's one more thing you can do with that chord. Like I said before, you can wrap your thumb around and get that low string down like that. But you want to, as you're doing that, mute the A with that thumb. So, and then you get a full chord there. That's not the way I like to do the F chord, so I'm just showing you that for your own benefit. But definitely be able to do it this way. Okay, so that's an F chord. All right. Now you want to practice going back and forth between the A chord and the F chord. So let's give it 4 counts. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice I give myself time to change. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And then I'm, you know, before it's time, I'm getting there a little early so I can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Or you can do it this way. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. See, I'm doing the A chord that way. Now there's another way some people finger this F chord, and you can do it this way. You can bar the first 2 strings with this pointer finger, and then use your middle finger and your ring finger to do the rest of it. And that's not, I really can't do that very well, so I never do it that way myself. But that's the way some people like to do it. Okay? But anyway, it's just one of the ways to do a chord, and it's not wrong. It's just something that's, you know, a lot of people figure the bar chord is easier, and I'm one of those people. And we will get to bar chords later. And so this is also an F chord, and we'll learn how to do a bar chord later. But this is an F chord, and it's a movable chord, and you can move it, you know, up and down the neck anywhere you want to, as long as you use those 4 strings. All right, so there's the A chord and the F chord. I'm going to show you one more chord. I'll give you an easy one because that one was so hard. And this is the D diminished chord. Okay? And what I'm doing is I'm just having 1st fret on the high E with my middle finger, and then I'm skipping the B string, and then I'm using my 1st finger on the G string on the 1st fret as well, and I'm doing just the top 4 strings. There, so I have those 4. It's a pretty chord, okay? And you can fit that in the chord progression. You can start with the F chord and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then play the A again, and then make up a song with it if you want. You can do the F first. And then go back to the F, and then. All right, so those are kind of tough, so really give yourself some time on that. And if the F seems too hard, don't worry. I'm going to show you how to do a bar chord F and later, if you don't like the way you do that. Because everybody's different. Everybody has their preferences on how to play chords. So good luck with that.